Are you relocating or moving to Central Florida and wondering where is the best place to live in Orlando? Or are you already living in the Orlando area and wondering what area makes the most sense for you? In this video, we're going to explore the best areas on the north side of town. The north side of Orlando is more established than other areas, typically has better schools, more parks, more green areas, more trees, and it's just prettier in general. Yeah, it's a little further away from Disney, but it's closer to the beach and just a nicer area to live. But don't take our word for it. Watch the whole video and you'll see for yourself, and chances are you'll pick out an area where you'd like to live. And just as importantly, you might eliminate an area or two. Oh yeah, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you'll know when we post a new video. Let's check out the north side. We get tons of questions every day from folks wanting to know the best places to live in the Orlando area. And as two lifelong residents and longtime veterans of the local real estate market, we're excited to give you our recommendations. We're covering the north side today, but we can answer your questions about any area in Central Florida. But you have to reach out to us. You've got to let us know what it is you're looking for. Please feel free to call, text, or email us anytime. We're always working for you. Now let's kick off our tour with Lake Mary.
We're in downtown Lake Mary at Central Park. Behind me is City Hall. It's not a huge downtown, but there's a few shops and restaurants that are definitely worth a visit. They hold a lot of events here, like Wine Wednesdays and food truck nights. There's also a farmer's market here every Saturday morning.
Lake Mary is Seminole County's most upscale city and is known for its beautifully wooded neighborhoods, golf courses, excellent schools, and clean office parks. It's easy to see why Money Magazine has ranked it as the #4 best place to live in the entire country and #1 in the state of Florida. Great schools, shopping, dining, abundant recreational opportunities, and overall lifestyle have prompted many companies not only to target Lake Mary for expansion and relocation, but to move their national headquarters here. Lake Mary is a national headquarters for the American Automobile Association, and Convergys, Dixon, Ticonderoga, Symantec, Verizon, Chase Bank, Florida Blue, AT&T, Fiserv, Duke Energy, and Deloitte Consulting all have large facilities in the area. In addition to downtown Lake Mary, there is Colonial Town Park, which is a mixed-use development with shops and restaurants, townhomes, offices, and a 21-screen Amstar theater with luxury recliners. Sounds like a good place for a nap. There's Liam Fitzpatrick's, a very popular Irish pub and eatery. There's a full-service Westin hotel, as well as a full-service Marriott. And Roost Chris Steakhouse and Shula's 347, so it's never a worry about getting a good steak in Lake Mary. That's the Marriott there. Seminole Wekiwa Trail and the Cross Seminole Trail merge in Lake Mary. There's over 40 miles of bike trails in Seminole County. That's Greenwood Lakes Park. Lake Mary has an excellent park and recreation department. There's a roller rink at Greenwood Lakes Park. That's the sports complex where the baseball and softball fields are, and playground as well. There's a splash pad at that playground. It's the YMCA between Lake Mary and Longwood. This is Primera Office Park, one of the large clean office parks. That's Colonial Center Heathrow, which is an even larger office park, and home to AAA, which they were the original tenants there. This is Heathrow, Lake Mary's most well-known development. It's a gated community with a beautiful golf course, Heathrow Country Club. It is private. The common areas in Heathrow are extremely well landscaped and maintained. There's a lot of water features, a lot of lakes and ponds. See, there's even a babbling brook. There's a look at some of the custom homes and wooded lots. It's divided into villages, so there are different size homes in each village. This is Timaquan, another golf course community. It's semi-private. Golf course is always rated very highly. It's got a great practice facility with the golf academy. The homes were built both by custom and production builders. It just depends on what section you're in. This is Walden, a custom home community on the other side of I-4 in Lake Mary. Just to give you an idea of this variation of homes. Lake Mary High School is very highly rated and sought after. You're right in between two hospitals in Lake Mary, and you have two different emergency facilities. Finally, I get asked all the time, is there really a Lake Mary? Well, yes, there's actually Big Lake Mary and Little Lake Mary. So that wraps it up for our Lake Mary tour. Next stop is Oviedo.
We're here at Oviedo on the park. It's kind of the centerpiece of the Oviedo community. There is an old downtown, but it was small, and they rerouted some roads, so the city did a great job of building Oviedo on the park, which is kind of a newer downtown. There's townhouses, single-family homes, shops, restaurants, and entertainment. There's a band shell, amphitheater, and a lake with these swan boats that are right behind me. But I'm going to flip the camera around and let you take a look.
Oviedo is known for its small town vibe, great schools, abundant parks and recreation, its proximity to UCF. It's easy to commute to the Orlando International Airport, and its large residential developments loaded with amenities. You can see why niche.com ranked Oviedo as the #1 suburb for families in the Orlando area. There's single family homes, kind of village style, right in Oviedo on the park, as well as those townhomes. Here's some of the shops, restaurants. And there's the Oviedo Mall, regional shopping mall. That's a throwback there, the old Townhouse restaurant, kind of a local landmark. That's the entrance to Oviedo High School and the football field. There's Haggerty high. These two high schools are two of the highest rated in Central Florida. That's Haggerty's football field. Twin Rivers Golf Club, a public golf course in Oviedo, the only golf course in Oviedo. It's a sports complex where they have baseball and softball fields. That's the gym and aquatic facility. Oviedo has a great park system and lots of recreational opportunities there. That's the little econ canoe launch. You can launch a canoe or a kayak in a beautiful river. That's the entrance to the sanctuary, a large planned community loaded with amenities. Got a resort-style swimming pool and gym and soccer fields. Lots of green areas you can see there. And some of the homes in sanctuary. And right across the road is Live Oak Reserve, another large planned community that's loaded with amenities too. They've got athletic fields. You saw the pool. Lots of green area. Sample of some of the homes in Live Oak Reserve. Most of them have conservation behind them or a lake, or at least some kind of view. That's one of the parks in Live Oak Reserve, nice oak hammock. This is the Oviedo Medical Center. It's a 64-bed hospital. Started off as just an emergency room and then stepped up to a full-fledged hospital. It's also worth mentioning that two major employers, both Siemens and Lockheed Martin, are an easy commute from Oviedo. So that'll wrap it up for our Oviedo tour. And we're on to Winter Springs.
Next stop on our vlog tour is Winter Springs. I'm here at Winter Springs Town Center. And for some reason, I'm always picking these roaring fountains in the background. I'm not sure why I do that. Anyway, they're a good focal point. Winter Springs is a relatively young city and didn't have a downtown, so they decided to build one. It was right before the recession, and it kind of lagged for a little while, but now it's doing really well. But let's flip the camera around and let y'all take a look.
Winter Springs is located between Oviedo and Lake Mary, and it's home to the giant Tuscaloosa development. It offers easy access to downtown Orlando, UCF, Siemens, Lockheed Martin, and the Research Park because of its proximity to the Greenway, otherwise known as State Road 417. Winter Springs Village is adjacent to Winter Springs Town Center and has village-style homes as well as townhomes.
One of the best things about Winter Springs is the park system. I'm here at Central Winds Park at the fishing dock on Lake Jessup. In addition to the fishing dock, there's a dog park. The bike trail runs through the park. There's children's playground, exercise stations. There's beautiful lush green ball fields, both for practice and for games and tournaments. It's just a very nice amenity to have when you live here. Let's take a look.
Did I mention that Lake Jessup is home to an estimated 14,000 gators? That's not a lake you want to swim in, definitely. Located between Winter Springs and Oviedo, Tuscaloosa is a master plan community with over 4,500 homes, ranging from $200,000 condos to multi-million-dollar custom estate homes. Residents enjoy miles of jogging trails, bike trails, an 18-hole championship golf course at Tuscaloosa Country Club, a nature trail, and several parks with playgrounds, basketball courts, soccer fields, and baseball fields. These homes are in Glen Eagle, which is one of the many sections of Tuscaloosa, but one of my personal favorites. That's the Bear Creek Nature Trail, and that's Bear Creek. This is Trotwood Park. It's a very nice and large park right in the middle of Tuscaloosa, very well equipped. It's got batting cages, a splash pad, playgrounds, ball fields, fishing dock. This is Winding Hollow, just another sample subdivision. There's about 450 homes in Winding Hollow, but that's just an example of the variety of homes in there. Kids typically attend Winter Springs High School. Pretty highly rated high school. There is no hospital directly in Winter Springs, but you're right between the Sanford and Oviedo hospitals. So that wraps it up for Winter Springs.
I'm here in downtown Longwood. Behind me is the Longwood Village Inn. It's an old historic hotel that's been converted into office buildings. Downtown Longwood has several historic buildings. It's not a huge downtown, but it's definitely worth going and taking a walk around it. They have concerts and farmers markets here, so it's a good place to go. I'll show you around here real quick. Longwood is known for its quaint downtown, its large residential communities, and its luxury gated developments. You can see it's got a small downtown, right? The Sunrail station is right downtown. Ryder Park is a signature park. It's also downtown. It's relatively new. I used to pitch batting practice to my kids there. Now it's a park, but it's got a band shell, as you can see there, an amphitheater style, splash pad. That's the Longwood Community Center. It looks like an older building, but it's actually pretty new. Seminole Wekiva Trail runs right through the Markham Woods area in Longwood. And this is one of the most beautiful places in the state. It's Wekiva Springs State Park. It's a spring that feeds the Wekiva River. A great swimming spot, 72-degree water year-round. Great canoeing and paddleboarding, kayaking site. A lot of trails to walk. We're here in Sweetwater Oaks, which is a huge residential community, and we're at Sweetwater Beach, which is one of the amenities of Sweetwater Oaks. Sweetwater Oaks has over 4,000 homes, and they're built from the early 70s up until probably late 2010, 2011, something like that. But a large variety of homes, nicely wooded, curvilinear streets, just one of the finest communities around. And this is by far my favorite amenity personally. If you don't like water sports, fishing, skiing, wakeboarding, that type of thing, then you may not use this, but it's a great amenity to have. They've got beach volleyball here,
a playground and picnic tables and a boat ramp. You can drop a jet ski or boat in here really easily, and got a nice sandy beach, and this is a beautiful lake. It's got really clear water. Let's take a better look. This is Wekiva. It's a 2,500 home development adjacent to Sweetwater Oaks, nicely wooded. Numerous parks within the development with tennis courts and ball fields, basketball courts, handball courts, 18 miles of bike paths that run behind the houses. There's a golf course, excellent elementary school right within the neighborhood, Wekiva Elementary. Homes tend to be on the more affordable side in Wekiva. Here's a look at a few of the homes. Longwood's Markham Woods corridor is home to luxury developments like Alaqua Lakes, Springs Landing, The Springs, Wingfield North, and Wingfield Reserve. There's a few of the homes in Wingfield Reserve right here. Minimum 1 acre lots in those communities. Lake Brantley, Lake Mary, and Lyman High all serve the Longwood area. It just depends on where you live. Seminole Community Hospital is right in downtown Longwood. And that'll wrap it up for our Longwood tour. On to the next stop.
I'm here in downtown Sanford at the Sanford River Walk. Behind me is Lake Monroe. It's part of the St. Johns River. The city has a marina right on the water here, obviously, but it's actually a very historic city. There's a lot of historic homes and historic buildings. Seminole County's oldest city and also the county seat. But let's take a closer look.
Downtown Sanford has a very vibrant microbrewery, bar, and restaurant scene. That's a look at Magnolia Square there. That's the centerpiece of downtown. Beautiful old buildings. Very classic downtown setting. Here's the old jailhouse restaurant. It was actually the old jailhouse 100 years ago. Historic Ritz Theater, Wops Hops Brewery, and Sanford Brewing Company. That's a couple of the breweries downtown, microbreweries. That's Henry's Depot. It's the old railroad depot that named after Henry Plant that was turned into a food market. And Veterans Park downtown on the lakefront. Pure coincidence, there's my dad's paver stone. That's a beautiful sunset on Lake Monroe at Veterans Park. There's a pedal cruiser. There's also a pedal bar that goes around downtown. The marina's home to sailboats, ocean-going yachts, and even a tiny houseboat. That's a better look at the Riverwalk, which runs along 5 miles of Lake Monroe's shoreline. Fort Millen Park is a beautiful park right on the lakefront with playgrounds, splash pads, picnic facilities. The Sanford Stadium is very historic. Seen Babe Ruth and Jackie Robinson play baseball there. Sanford's served by the Sunrail system and also the auto train. Sanford also has an international airport that was once a Navy base, home to Allegiant Airlines. And Sanford has a zoo. Central Florida Zoological Park is right on the shores of Lake Monroe. You see a zip line facility there. Mayfair Country Club is a golf course built in 1922. Sanford has an excellent tournament facility for baseball called the Boomba Complex. You can see it's got prescription artificial athletic turf. The two professional Orlando soccer teams train at Sylvan Lake Park and Seminole Soccer Complex in Sanford. The Seminole-Wekiva Trail runs just west of Sanford all the way to the Wekiva River. There's also a mountain bike trail there. That's a historic neighborhood on Magnolia Avenue.
I'm in Lake Forest in Sanford. It's Sanford's premier planned community. Got a tennis courts behind me, a swim club, fitness facility, playground for the kids. There's beach volleyball, lakes all throughout the community where you can kayak or canoe. Just one of the nicest communities in all of the Orlando area, and definitely worth taking a look at. Let's check it out.
That lighted full basketball court. Here's the lighted tennis courts. Look at the canal behind some of the houses and one of the bridges. And here are some of the custom homes you'll see in Lake Forest. And a public supermarket right outside the gate. Sanford kids attend Seminole High School, which is the home of the Academy of Health Careers and the IB program for the county. This is Seminole Town Center. It has a Dillard's and a JCPenney and an Elevate, which is an indoor entertainment complex with go-karts and rope climbing, laser tag, and all the corresponding retail around Seminole Town Center, like your Best Buys and Walmarts. This is Central Florida Regional Hospital right on the lake in Sanford. It has the county's only trauma center and also an excellent open heart unit. So that wraps up our quick tour of Sanford, and we're on to our next stop. Winter Park is Central Florida's most upscale city, located just 3 miles northeast of downtown Orlando. It's known for its beautiful chain of lakes, brick streets with massive oaks, high-end shopping, old world charm, and it's considered by many to be the finest urban village in the state of Florida. It was once a 19th century resort and is now home to Central Florida's highest priced real estate. Residents and visitors enjoy art galleries and museums, including the Morris Museum of American Art, which houses the largest collection of Tiffany glass in the world. Rollins College is a highly rated private liberal arts school and sits in the middle of Winter Park on the shores of Lake Virginia. The Winter Park chain of lakes are connected by small canals, giving the community an old world Venetian charm. Winter Park's Park Avenue shopping and dining district is a popular area destination as Central Florida's version of Rodeo Drive or Worth Avenue. In March, Park Avenue in Central Park in downtown Winter Park hosts the annual Winter Park Sidewalk Art Festival, which is one of the largest art festivals in the Southeast. With more than 70 parks, Winter Park is a nature lover's paradise.
Hi everybody, welcome to Winter Park, Florida. This is the canal that connects Lake Maitland to Lake Osceola, and it's just a beautiful place to go boating and fishing.
That almost looks like a Disney ride, but it's the real deal. This is Dinky Dock. Yep, that's really the name. It's a park on Lake Virginia right next to Rollins College. A favorite of stand-up paddle boarders. See a couple of tour boats there that give a tour of the chain of lakes. Also very popular with swimmers, boaters, jet skiers, sunbathers. We're looking at Rollins College here. It's right in the heart of Winter Park and just a few steps from Park Avenue. This is Ward Park, one of many parks in Winter Park. There's over 70. And coming up on Showalter Field here, which is where Winter Park High School plays their football games.
I'm in Winter Park at Katy Way Park on the Katy Way Trails, popular cycling, walking, jogging trail. Plenty of opportunities for exercise here in Winter Park. These trails connect to the Seminole County trails as well as the other Orange County trails, so a lot of mileage there that you can cover.
This is the Katy Way pool. It's a public swimming pool. Looks like some swim practice going on right there. And this is a Winter Park golf course. It's a public 9-hole walking only course right in the heart of Winter Park. Hannibal Square is another regentrified area with shops and restaurants, offices. And this is Winter Park Village. As if Park Avenue wasn't enough, there's another shopping, dining, and office area. It also has an 18-screen Regal theater. And this isn't in Winter Park Village, but there's a Nordstrom Rack and a Whole Foods also in Winter Park. And it's served by the Sunrail system as well. You can see there's quite a variety of styles and age ranges of the homes in Winter Park. You could take up several hours in video just looking at these beautiful homes with the brick streets and moss draped oak trees. That's the entrance to Winter Park Racket Club right there. That's the old Alabama Hotel, which was converted into condos and overlooks Lake Maitland. And of course, Winter Park has excellent schools, and the kids attend Winter Park High School. Winter Park has its own hospital, now called Advent Health Winter Park. That'll do it for our Winter Park tour. Let's move on to Maitland. Maitland is an older suburban city very close to downtown Orlando and just north of Winter Park. It's known for its beautiful lakes, its quiet residential neighborhoods, excellent schools, and its large, clean office parks, especially Maitland Center, which is located just off of I-4. While there's some infill developments with newer homes, most homes were built in the 1950s and 1960s, with many having been extensively renovated. They're typically on nice-sized wooded lots. Now, Marty's going to give you a better look at Maitland.
This is Independence Drive, and the first Friday of every month, this is filled with people, and there's a concert usually at the end of this block. And this borders right along City Hall. And also where they ended up putting the local farmers market, which is housed every Sunday now, while Lake Lily and its path is being reconstructed. This is Lake Lily. right here is the Maitland Community Center on Lake Lily.
There's the Sunrail station.
Hi, this is the RDV Sports Complex behind me, and that's the ice den that you're looking at, the entrance to the hockey and the ice skating area. It also has swimming pools, workout facilities, and used to be home of the practice facility for the Orlando Magic.
There we go. Maitland Community Park. That's the clubhouse. There's the basketball court area and another jungle gym. And then several tennis courts back here. And this is the start of the nature trail normally that everyone walks through, and they have a big gopher tortoise that lives back there. We nicknamed him Timmy, and we go visit him when we go on our walks and our bike rides. This is Lake Destiny soccer field. It's where all the local soccer teams play. Welcome to Keller Field. This is where I coached my son for 5+ years, where he hit his first home run on this field. This right here is Lake Maitland. Crystal clear water.
A couple of popular restaurants and watering holes, Antonio's and Luke's, right across the street.
This is beautiful Lake Minnehaha.
This right here is the home of EA Sports, where they make Madden.
This is Debary Estates. It's Maitland's largest and most well-known neighborhood. The homes were typically built in the 50s and 60s, but some have been recently remodeled and some even knocked down and rebuilt. Here's a look at some of the beautiful lakefront homes along Lake Sebelia. Most Maitland kids go to Debary Elementary School, which is literally connected to Maitland Middle School, and the high school kids attend Winter Park High. So that'll do it for our Maitland tour. Our next stop is Debary. Debary is located in Volusia County on the north shore of the St. Johns River, just north of Sanford. It was once a quiet home to mostly retirees, but the city has evolved into a community with a diversity of housing and lifestyle options. Those include upscale country club communities, riverfront homes, as well as acreage with horses. An abundance of parks and recreational opportunities are available for kids and adults. On the north side, Debary borders Orange City, which is the home of Blue Springs State Park. And Debary's home to Gemini Springs Park, which is a very large park, lots of trails, a dog park, there's a natural spring, of course. And the Coast to
Coast bike trail runs right through Gemini Springs as well. This is Lake Monroe Park. It's a boat launching facility on the St. Johns River as well as a campground. That's a brand new Scout right there. I think that's getting ready to have its maiden voyage. Debary is served by the Sunrail system as well. It's the northernmost stop on the Sunrail. This is Debary Golf and Country Club, which is one of the largest developments in Debary. Nice golf course. A lot of elevation changes at that golf course. It's not typical of Florida golf. Now look at the clubhouse. This is a semi-private club. The brown grass you see is from frost damage. It'll green back up rather quickly. There are the tennis courts. And a look at some of the typical homes in Debary Golf and Country Club. Got grass on these lawns is already green again. This is Glen Abbey. It's another golf course development, a little older than Debary Golf and Country Club. The course isn't quite as nice, but less expensive, of course. That's a look at some of the homes in Glen Abbey. They typically are on larger size lots. Debary is between two hospitals, one in Orange City and another in Deltona. And Debary kids typically attend University High School in Orange City. That wraps up our Debary tour, a little bit more affordable option to the north. We'll start off our Altamonte Springs tour at the Roost, otherwise known as Crane's Roost Park. It's at the center of the city and it's Altamonte's signature park. Looks like yoga in the park going on right there. Crane's Roost is also home to Red Hot and Boom, which is Central Florida's largest Independence Day fireworks celebration. Walkways are all the way around the lake. You'll see a lot of joggers and walkers. Uptown Altamonte is the relatively new city center with shops, restaurants, offices, mid-rise condos. Altamonte is Seminole County's largest city at about 46,000 residents. That bandshell right there is usually host to a band on Friday nights. It's also part of Crane's Roost Park. Altamonte is well known for its recreational and park facilities. Several softball and baseball parks, some of them really, really big and all of them really, really nice. All of these parks are carved out of natural surroundings and have lots of parking to accommodate a lot of folks. This is Eastmont Park. It's a baseball facility, multiple fields, and even a jungle gym for the little ones. San Lando Park is known for its tennis and pickleball courts as well as its basketball courts. It's also the home to the Seminole Sports Complex, which is mainly softball and baseball fields.
can enter the Wakava Trail in many different places. This just happens to be right off the area that I play softball at, the Seminole County Sports Complex in Altamonte, right off of Douglas Avenue.
Here's the trail that Marty was just talking about. There's over 250 miles of bike trails in Central Florida, and they're all connected in one way or another. Spring Valley is Altamonte Springs' most well-known neighborhood. It's an older neighborhood with very wooded lots and a great amenity package. You have access to Spring Lake, which is a spring-fed sand-bottom ski lake. This is Hermit's Trail. It's another hidden area. It's close to the Advent Health Altamont. It's homes of varying ages, wooded lots, nice sized lots, and you see the home there, the two-story yellow one, was built in 1913. Altamont Mall is a regional shopping mall with a Dillard's, a Macy's, a JCPenney, and an 18-screen AMC theater complex. And Altamonte Springs is served by the Sunrail system. Here comes the bullet train. Lake Brantley High School and Lyman High School are the schools that Altamonte Springs residents would typically attend. This is Advent Health Altamont, which used to be Florida Hospital Altamont. So that'll wrap it up for Altamonte Springs and our Northside vlog tour. That gives you a good look at life on the north side of Orlando. We're doing more in-depth individual videos on each of the cities we covered in this area vlog. So be sure to subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified when those videos are posted. And again, as your no BS alternative to pushy realtor types, we love giving sound advice and honest answers to any of your questions. The only stupid question is the one that goes unasked. So please reach out to us anytime. Hey, be sure to watch our video on the pros and cons of living in the Orlando area and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.